right, since 93 Sports, I'm back. It's been a minute. Had a lot going on, trying to get myself together. But I wanted to speak on this Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence situation and my thoughts about it. I think he looked really good versus Robert Easter Jr. I definitely thought the size was going to be an issue. I believe Mikey Garcia felt that the reach and length of Robert Easter Jr. would be an issue before he saw the Fortuna fight. I think he saw something in the Fortuna fight with the shorter man being able to bother him. And I mean, even in Easter's last few fights, he's had tough fights. But I think the Fortuna fight made Garcia want to, get in there with him, and he got some confidence. He, figured out a game plan. And I feel like Easter Jr. Took more of a beating than Broner, but I only think it's because Easter took more chances than Broner in that fight. But he definitely gave a valiant effort, but he just came up short. But as far as the Errol Spence Jr. fight, if Mikey Garcia does go through with this fight, I think it's going to be a lot similar to how Kell Brook got destroyed in the Triple G fight. I don't think Mikey Garcia will have, maybe he'll have success in the fight. I don't think he'll have as much success as Kell Brook had with Triple G, but I do think he'll have some success. But after Errol Spence figures out that there's nothing that Mikey Garcia can do to hurt him, I think he's just going to destroy him. And I think this is a bad move for Mikey Garcia's career. I think it's going to take years off of his career. I think it's going to take away the confidence that he has. And I think that's one of his best attributes, the confidence that he brings into the ring. And I just don't think he's going to be the same fighter after this fight. But I definitely think, he deserves respect for taking, if he does go ahead and take this fight. I think they're going to have to give him crazy money. I don't know what kind of money's there for an Errol Spence fight. If they do it in Texas, I think they could make a lot of money, but I don't know what, how much Mikey Garcia is wanting at this point. But I just, hate to hear all these people saying, Mikey Garcia, can whoop Errol Spence. And it's fine to say he can whoop Errol Spence, but as soon as Errol Spence destroys him, the people's going to say, oh, he dared to be great, blah, blah, blah. No, you got in the ring and you got your ass whooped. I don't think you shouldn't get any, treated any differently for getting in the ring with the guy bigger than you when you chose to get in the ring. I think it's almost a cop out, the same way I felt, with the Kell Brook and Triple G situation, because, it's better to lose against a bigger guy when you can make excuses than to lose somebody closer to your size. What's going to look worse if he gets beat by Lomachenko, which is a fight I feel like he has a good chance of winning. But, what's to say if he loses his older Lomachenko? That would look a whole lot worse than losing against, a guy that's way bigger than him. And, he can make that excuse. I think he's relying on his power, and he feels like it's so respectable. I just don't think it's going to be what he thinks is going to be at 147. We seen how Errol Spence was able to walk through a huge fucking Kell Brook who got decent power. I don't think Mikey Garcia is gonna he's gonna carry that up to 47. I think he should go ahead and unify 135, go up to 40. Once they get through with this whole boxing world boxing series or whatever, he can face the winner of that, unify unify 135, face Lomachenko, or maybe face one more champion, then move up to 140, face the guy who wins the world boxing series at 140. He'll unify that division. Then he can go up to 147, and the Errol Spence fight will be a super fight, and he'll actually be acclimated a little bit more to the weight. But at the end of the day, there's really not many options for Errol Spence. I don't think the winner of Garcia, Sean Porter, is gonna be itching to fight him. Even though there'll be no more hurdles, you can't make excuses saying, oh, I'm in line for the WBC, blah blah blah. There'll be nowhere to run. And I'm kind of anxious to see what's going to happen with this WBA situation. Are they going to go ahead and elevate Pacquiao to the super champion, and just vacate uh Thurman, or what? I think that's a definitely a good question as far as what they're gonna do. I would think the best financial move would be to go ahead and make Pacquiao the super champion. But who knows? Because we seen how overnight the guy Albert Machado beat Jezreel Corrales, and he was a super champion. Then we look up, and Gervonta Davis is fighting for the super champion title, or the super WBA title, at 130, and I ain't even heard nothing about them downgrading Machado to the regular champion. So I mean, it definitely can happen. It's definitely popping at 147. I go ahead and give my prediction for the Garcia Sean Porter fight. I think Garcia is gonna knock out Sean Porter. Sean Porter's he's not a big puncher at 147, especially at the elite level. We've seen he's a hard worker, but sometimes he smothers his punches. He can't get a whole bunch of power behind it. And Broner was able to put him down with I believe it was a check left hook. I want to say it was a counter left hook. And we know Danny Garcia does that shit all fucking day. So he's going to come in with his head down. He's going to get hit with some of them bombs, and he's going to be there to be hit. It ain't going to be like a Thurman situation where he can, dance around Garcia. He's going to be there to be hit. So I'm definitely intrigued with this fight. And, I'm going to try to be more active, try to put out more material. And, hey, man, it's popping for boxing right now. But anyway, this is Since 93 Sports. Make sure you check out my Twitter. I believe it's Since 93 Sports. And then, yeah, man, just comment and subscribe. And I'm out.